and I became chief executive of several law firms and also ran a big accountancy practice for EY. And then in 1998, I came out of corporate and became a business consultant and turnaround specialist. So that was very interesting until 2009 when I had my first cancer. So that was a challenge. And of course, that made a difference with everything I was doing. But the getting the cancer was probably a result of things I'd been doing before. I also had a kidney disease I was born with and told I'd be on medication for life. And in my mid-40s, I learned about natural health care and well-being. So when I had the cancers, I was already versed in how to look after myself. And then I've since retrained in well-being. I'm a qualified nutritionist. So I've got the best of corporate. I know how corporate works from the ground up. I know how businesses work from the ground up. I've managed many businesses for myself and other people. But the key for me now is health and well-being. 2015, I was given less than a year to live with stage 4 cancer. And I beat it in 3 months. So I know one of your questions is going to be about a challenge, and that was a massive challenge, you can imagine. So I was building another business at that time, and I wasn't able to continue. I had to walk away from my investors, from my business partners, because my job was to get me better. So I concentrated solely on getting me better, and I turned my life around in 3 months, which was a huge challenge, but a huge reward as well.
This is really, really great to know your incredible life journey, Elaine. And I'm sure people watching us was really mesmerized, and they get a lot of energy and enthusiasm in their life, even if they have lost it. So it's really great when you fought with your cancer, such a deadliest disease, and you came out of all those hurdles of your life in such a great manner. This is really commendable. And really, you are inspiring today millions of people who are watching us live. So thank you so much for this great answer. I am really elated to know this, your life journey in such an inspiring form. Thank you so much, Elaine.
Thank you.
Moving to this beautiful journey of Global Talk Show with Elaine Godley, I would love to know about Elaine's work. What's she doing? And I have heard she's a health mentor. She is a master in public speaking. So kindly enlighten your great work with our global audience.
So the work that I now do, I've actually been doing for over 25 years, and I specialise in the DISC model of behavioural profiling. So it's a personality profiling model, and it's one of the most commonly used ones out there. I've used it with schools. I used to mentor head teachers. I now mentor business leaders who particularly work with lawyers and accountants. So because I've been leading those organisations, I know how they work, and I know how much pressure there is in there. So combining the knowledge I have on how the businesses are organised and the stresses and strains, and knowing about health and well-being, I now work with the managing partners of the teams, and I help them with their team dynamics, how the teams can work better with each other, how they can understand each other, which obviously affects the bottom line of the business. But more importantly, my main agenda is helping them with their health and well-being. And when you have a happy team, you have a happy, healthy team, you have a good, thriving business. So everything's linked. It's not just one thing or the other, but it's all about mixing the psychology, the behaviour psychology, and the health and well-being. And that's what I love to do. It makes a real difference. And we can see the difference immediately when I've done a profile for somebody and given them feedback. And then alongside that, I also help people because in the individual health and well-being, I can tell by looking at the behavioural profile pattern, and I can tell if somebody's already ill, what they're likely to be ill with. And I've got the knowledge and the experience and the qualifications to help them turn their health around. So it's a really unusual mix of business, psychology, health and well-being.
That's really wonderful. And it's really great to know about your DISC. This is really a great thing for our global audience to know. And here I will request my global audience, if you want to really flourish in your life, get progress in your work, So kindly contact Elaine. She's going to help you if you are struggling with your business or coaching business, and even if you are struggling with your health, because she is a great health mentor. So keep moving in your life and do believe that health is the precious wealth. Never lose it at any cost. So here is all a key to all your problems is Elaine Godley. Well, moving to this beautiful show, Elaine, I would love to know one great thing. Nowadays, people are struggling with their health, and also they don't have time for their health to look upon. And we are just missing this important wealth of our life. So what kind of advice would you like to give to them, how they can improve, how they can balance their work life and can flourish in their career?
Okay, well, I'm doing a series of free masterclasses at the moment on a Wednesday evening, 8 till 9 o'clock UK time. So I'm happy if anybody would like to come along and participate. It's a series of discussions, and it's around the 10 reasons why we become ill. And they are work and home, values, attitudes, beliefs, behaviours, friends, family, mind and body. So those 10 areas, when we have them in balance, then our health will be okay. But there's a lot of detail in it, those 10 areas. And if we get them out of balance, then we will become ill, absolutely guaranteed. So I'm hosting a series of deep dive discussions on each of those topics. This week, we're talking about work and career. I think it was last week we were talking about values. So all of these things are important, and they link directly with our health and well-being, because if we're not happy in those areas, and the reason those areas came about, I used to be a volunteer for a cancer helpline, and I would take telephone calls from people who would be newly diagnosed with cancer. And then I kept on noticing what do you call them, patterns. So I've finally identified that there's these 10 areas, so that's why I concentrate on those. But simply put, we need to have clean air, clean water, clean mind, not have a cluttered life, not have too many things. We all tend to take on too many things. We get ourselves in overwhelm, we get ourselves in a bit of a pickle, and then we can't seem to get out of it. And then many people then turn to depression, medication. And I guarantee that when you're on medication, that will just be the beginning of the problems. Medication doesn't solve things. It generally is the start of a slippery slope, because every medication has a side effect. And very often I find my clients are taking 3, 5, 7, 9 different medications, and each one is being taken because of the side effect of the previous one. So if you can avoid medication, please do so at all costs. But if you do need it, and we there is a place for medication. I'm not saying don't take it full stop, but have a look. There are choices. There's lots of alternatives, lots of natural methods that we can take. But it's being as pure as possible, eating as clean as possible, organic, fresh, no processed foods. Avoiding dairy, for example. Dairy has a lot of mucus in it, and it creates acidic mucus in our bodies. So there's lots of very simple things. I'm very happy to speak to anybody if they'd like to contact me. And I've got lots of free information in my groups. I've got a Facebook group called Perfect Health Wellness Club with 4,000 members at the moment in it. So very happy to join that, or find me on Telegram, Elaine Godley Wellness Mentor.
This is superb one, which you have enlightened us, Ellen. Yes, health is the precious wealth, we all know. But sometimes in this hustle bustle of life, of work, we generally forget this. So thank you so much for telling us how to take care of our health, stay away from processed food, and always be in the lap of nature. Eat fresh fruits, vegetables, and make your life a beautiful one, because this life is the beautiful gift of God, and we need to take care with our heart. So thank you so much for this beautiful answer. We are really, really grateful. And once again, we are moving into this beautiful show of Global Talk Show with Elaine Godley. And Elaine, straight away, I would love to know your mission and vision of your life. What are your plans for your future, Elaine?
I plan to continue as I am, basically. I have a very nice life. I lived in the Algarve in Portugal. I don't do very much because I've set things up so that I can look after my garden. I'm growing my own vegetables. I'm almost self-sustainable now with the food that I grow for myself. I found that the older I get, the less I do, the more I achieve. So with the tech that we have now, I mean, where you're in India, I'm in Portugal. I mean, that alone is amazing, isn't it? We could never have done this, you know, even 3 or 4 years ago. I wouldn't have known how to have had this conversation. So I'm using the tech to the best I can do. I'm living a very simple, contented life, and I'm giving my guidance and knowledge to those who need it. But I am a hard taskmaster. I only work with people who are prepared to put the effort in, because I can't help people with their health if they're not prepared to help themselves. So we need to meet halfway. But I continue to help people who are willing to help themselves, willing to listen, willing to have an open mind, and long may that continue.
That's really beautiful. And I wish you all the best for your mission and vision to be accomplished. May God give you a lot of success and laurels to your career and whatever work you are doing currently for the humanity and for the society. Well, Elaine, this is really great and beautiful and energizing show. You have really mesmerized everyone from your great, incredible journey. And I'm sure millions of people have got a lot of inspiration today. And before I say goodbye to them or to you, we all are waiting for your beautiful, powerful message. So please enlighten with your beautiful power message to our global audience.
Relax, just let things go. Don't stress over anything. Nothing is worth getting stressed over. And remember that everything passes. So no matter what situation you're in, if you think you're in a very bad situation, it's not going to last. And the universe, God has a way of helping us to see what we need to do. But very often it's the letting go, it's the relaxing. That's when we get the thoughts, the ideas that can help us. So we will help ourselves, but we do have a collective vibration, collective energy to help us. If only people would just sit still long enough and just realize that help is out there.
Wow, this is so beautiful and a relaxing message which you have said, Elaine. Yes, we all are stressed today and we need to have one great pause. And that pause is when you relax yourself. So thank you so much, Elaine, for coming to our show and giving us this wisdom of nuggets in the form of your incredible and a great life journey. So thank you so much once again from the heart. Thank you so much, Elaine.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, global audience, for always supporting us. Keep doing that. Stay happy, hale and hearty, and kindly follow Elaine if you want to make your life successful and a healthiest one. Thank you so much.